Hi, Graham Hall here with a little short tour of my cave and give people an idea of finally what it's like in real life, because not only see photos but now a real video. There's a view overlooking one of the ledges out near where I am, down to the trees, the creek, the campsite, the flat area. There's a fire and a seat and my tent and sleeping quarters and my summer residence. Out over to the washing area where I make my sprouts, and to the back end of the cave, and the roof, which is about 15 to 20 meters high, somewhere in between there I estimate, and out to the rainforest up to Katoomba. So there's a ledge where I was just standing, get an idea of the cave. You can see the lip of the cave. It's not that far removed from the campsite, and that's why when it's really stormy and windy, I have to use the tent. Not much of an option there. You can sort of get an idea that that tent is about chest height of how big the cave really is. More beautiful rainforest out in front, full of leeches. Here's a little collection of Antechinus skulls. Antechinus being the native Australian rat, which is pretty much the bane of living here because they'll eat holes through anything. But luckily in recent years there's been a sooty owl, and he sits up on one of the perches. There's one of his feathers. And he's pretty much decimated the population here, but there's still one or two lurking around very scared. So I've managed to buy a rope and a log on a sort of tripod to hook up a mosquito net, which is my sleeping quarters of an air mattress and a sleeping bag and a pillow, which I fastidiously import. And then I have my tent, just an ordinary one I brought from Europe, and that's where I store my food at night. There's the back of the cave again. Pretty uninteresting, really, very scrubbly rock. There's a fire, which I don't use very much except for guests, although I had a cup of coffee today, and my seat. And there's a little pathway out to the creek, which I won't go because it's been raining for the last 2 days and I don't feel like getting wet. But it's nice and close and very beautiful. Here I have the laundry area. I just hang up wet clothes and towels, and where I bathe. We come down here, that's my plastic bucket, and I just go into the sinkhole there. And so all the organic soap that I use just goes into a little area there and doesn't wash straight into the creek, even though the creek is just that close. There's the creek right in front, and there's a rock where I've often sat and had breakfast. Very beautiful rainforest. About an hour's walk up to the ruined castle. There's the back of the cave again. It's looking a bit bright here at the moment. A relatively boring but important facet is a linen bag with sprouts, which I just dunk in the creek every morning. That's how I get my fresh greens. There's a lovely little pool right nearby, actually still under the lip of the cave, where I can come and have a quick dip if need be. And here I am at the south end, looking back up to the north of the cave. And there's the washing area just there. It's very hard to get an idea of just how big it is. The creek just in front again. Here I'm up the top of the final ledge, which is at the south end of the cave overlooking the creek. Very rough and inhospitable there. You can just see a waterfall drifting over because it's been raining a bit. It's been so dry recently. Doesn't get good run. Have another waterfall in the creek coming over there, about 50 metres. Just looking down to the washing area, down to the campsite. Now we get more of an idea of just the immensity of the cave. Back to the ledge where I started filming originally. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed my 5-minute tour.